let's go. I'm gonna share a story with you guys that had such a great impact on my life. It's a story about a donkey. There was a farmer in Tennessee that started out on his farm with one donkey. And this was a very, very faithful donkey and worked really, really hard and helped this farmer build his wealth and build all, for him to have a big farm and just prosper. They've been together for many, many years, and this donkey was getting old. And one day he was walking around on the farm and he fell in a water well. While he was in the well, he was scared and he thought, oh, I'm going to die. Nobody's going to find me. And he kept screaming and screaming and screaming for help, and no one came. And eventually, his owner was looking for him, and he heard him screaming, and he went to the well and tried to rescue him. He sent him a rope, and the rope broke. He sent him a ladder, and the ladder broke. Anything he tried, it wouldn't work. He went and got the neighbors to see if there was a way to get him out, and they couldn't. Finally, the farmer said, he's getting old. There's no way we can get him out. So let's just put him out of his misery. And the well is dry. We don't use it anyway. So let's just put dirt on him and bury him there. He was sad. Everyone got a shovel and started picking up dirt and throwing it on him, and picking up dirt and throwing it on him. And when the dirt kept hitting the donkey's back, he realized what they were doing. And he was so hurt after all these years that he has worked and helped this farmer to grow and prosper. And now he was just giving up on him and willing to let him go. Every time the dirt hit his back, he just shook it off. And the dirt kept falling in and absorbing the water underneath him. And all of a sudden, he realized every time they shoveled dirt and he shook it off, he could step up. And they kept shoveling the dirt and he kept shaking it off and stepping up. Eventually, the well filled up and the donkey got to the top and he jumped up and ran off. When I heard this story, my first thought was, that donkey must be from Africa, because the fact that it used everything that was supposed to kill it to its advantage and jumped out and run to his future to declare victory. Yeah, I love this story so much because it reminds me of what it means to be African. A story of hard work, survival, resilience, innovation, and victory. I know those traits are not exclusively reserved for just us Africans. It seems that we are the ones who use them the most and for the longest, though, I have to say. In the story, the donkey was the first one on the farm. And in life, we Africans were the first ones on earth. We came from the cradle of humanity. We are the builders and innovators way before the world noticed our strength. We've had to survive colonization, famine, disease, and poverty. So being an African means being strong, being resilient, and being a survivor. The donkey in the story was the hardest working donkey on the farm and helped the farmer build the wealth. You know, as evidenced by the rock-hewn churches of Ethiopia, the walls of Great Zimbabwe, the Great Mosque of Janneh, Mali, the Nubian pyramids of southern Sudan, and of course the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Now, everybody probably knows about just those. We're not afraid of hard work. Being African means being a hard worker, a smart worker with goals. the proof is in the data. If you see the last census data, Africans are becoming the leaders and being the most educated group of immigrants. This is something you can Google and see. Most of us come here as refugees and immigrants, having taken advantage of the very thing that was supposed to kill us. Every time the world throws dirt at us to bury our true history under colonization and famine and poverty, we shake it off and we rise up, because deep in our DNA, we know the truth. The history of colonization is only less than 150 years. But Africans have a history of building kingdoms and dynasties. They ruled the world going back thousands of years. Being an African means understanding our undeniable contribution to the human race in every aspect of life, sharing our culture, fashion, music, natural resources like gold and diamond, cocoa and coffee. I can go on and on. And doing it all dressed in colorful clothes with beautiful smiles, singing and dancing, and absolutely not looking like what we've been through. Being African is truly shaking off the dirt and stepping up every day and every way. Thank you.
Y'all, I told you it was on. I told you. My queen,